Hello, parents, teachers, caretakers, grandparents. Thank you so much for coming back again and again and again and listening to these episodes. I believe it's helpful to you. I believe it's helping you in some ways of how you can work in. A few episodes ago, we started something very interesting, the different roles that you have to take with your children. Now, each of the roles, you can write a book on it, keep me in your prayers. I'm writing a book that's similar, but in a place of how it is. We started off with that first age group, 0 to 2 years. 0 to 2 years, what is that? You are a caretaker. 2 to 5 years, you're a trainer. 5 to 7 years, you're a teacher. And then we said, that 7 to 10 years, you're an instructor. Now, 10 to 14, or sometimes some of the children might be you have to still be an instructor because a little slow they are. So you can say 11 to 14, some of the children are a little quick. Maybe you need to become a coach, by the time they are 10 and a half. It depends on your child. Your child is very special and it's very different. And just because a child is slightly slow or quick, there are some problems. It's no problem at all. There's no problem at all. You have to be very careful. I'm very tempted to tell a principle, but maybe I'll just say it. Just because there is a delay does not mean that there is a defect. You have to be very careful about it. We have to be very careful about it. Now, this 10 to 14 years old or 11 to 14 years old, what's the role that you have to take? You're a coach. What does the coach do? Now, if there was about 10 years ago or 15 years ago, if I would have done this again, I might just put the coach thing to a little bit more later and say maybe 13 years, 12, 13, 14 years over kind of a thing. I'm kind of bringing that age down a little bit because of what I'm beginning to see. What I'm beginning to see, very young, the children are able to get into very gifted places. Musicians or sports persons or, very, very young, they get into that place, So now you've been an instructor and all of that, even if your child is doing some skating or, doing some piano classes or guitar or whatever it is, you've had that instructor role, but now you're a coach. Now, what's the coach? The coach is, I'm not talking about you coaching them in studies or coaching them in games or coaching them in some sports or coaching them with some musical instruments. No, I'm not talking about that kind of a coach. A coach, what I mean by here is somebody who will challenge the children, at the same time encourage the child. Yes, you can do it. Come on, push yourself. You can. Come on, you can. That's what a coach does. And the coach gives them some beautiful principles on how they can succeed. Now, this is a very important principle of you being a coach. Make sure everything that you gear to throw at your child makes them successful. The child needs to hear this very clearly, that you're very interested in the child's success. You're very interested in the child's victories. So be very careful as a coach. Put that very strongly. I'm not here trying to make your life, worse, and giving you all these challenges and see you struggle and then you sweat out and then you kind of, don't know what to do. No. That's not the kind of a coach. This is the kind of a coach and says, I believe in you. I know I'm challenging you, but you can do it. You definitely can do it. You did very well. Oh, amazing. Oh, the way you pushed yourself. Just great. Come on, do it. Come on. I'm there on the sidelines. So what is this coach place? You're cheering them on. At the same time, cheering them on when there is on their main lanes, but when they come back, you're beginning to teach them, instruct them, train them, whatever you need to do. You're beginning to do it. It's very interesting. You have been a caretaker, you have been a trainer, you've been a teacher, you've been an instructor, right? The younger days. Now, as a coach, I think on a different level, I hope you understand what I'm saying. You may have to take those roles again as a coach. You need to again become a caretaker because some of these kids need some care. Some of these kids, need a teacher or a trainer or an instructor, but not like the way you did on their age, when they were very small. No, now they are of a different level. When you are able to deal with them with maturity, your children will be able to live up to that place of your expression of that maturity. Yes, that's right. So we need to come to a place as a coach that we are there on the sidelines cheering them on when they are on the main lanes doing things, So never miss their sports days. Never miss their annual days, Never miss if they are doing some performance, whatever it is, be there, be there, be there. I really love one family, and this person listens to all these episodes and sends me feedbacks. Every one of their son's thing or the daughter's event or anything that happens, the whole family along with the grandparents and everyone would come together to celebrate the child. It was so amazing, just so amazing. If we can do that with our children, especially at this age group 11 to 14, it's going to be very crucial age. If we can do it, I think I'm telling you, you will do a world of good on their inner script. That these children will become very secure, confident, loving, sacrificing, selfless giving kind of a child. I can keep adding different attributes to it. They will become that kind of a child, It's a beautiful journey, and this is a beautiful stage. Don't miss out this stage. Just because they have grown up a little bit, no, this is also a stage that's quite confusing, and all of that, we'll talk about all of that later. But you have to be a coach here where you're beginning to really cheer them on. But you have to be there, teaching them, helping them to understand, helping them to discern what's right, what's wrong. You're a coach. You may have to do some, studies on the background. You may have to read something, maybe watch some of these episodes. You have to prepare yourself. A coach always does that, right? Before they coach it, they will go and do their own evaluation, their own places, and then they will come back and coach. That's where you need to do it. That's exactly what you need to do it. Parents, teachers, caretakers, and grandparents, thank you so much for being here. I know you guys are going to be amazing. Don't miss out on your children. Don't miss out on your children. Your children are just amazing. Don't miss out on them. Great. God bless you.